Hi there, YouTube. Still working on the next part of the cave section. I've got the bottom bits of the mills kind of made. I still got to put a layer of plates on it and then build up the top a few layers. But this is what I got so far. Put in a nice bridge. It's really cool. I'm going to give you a full update on this whenever I finish this little piece of the project, this little cave chunk, and go over what I did and changed and things like that. But I wanted to make this video right now to talk to you about this is the last day for the Haslab Omega Prime. So if you were on the fence about it, well, at 11:59 p.m., Hasbro's going to be making the decision for you. And if you haven't already purchased it, the purchase is not going to be allowed. So if you're on the fence, if you've got until 11:59 p.m. tonight to get off that fence and choose a side, do you want it or do you not want it? That's what I wanted to mention. There's two unlocks. The sword has been unlocked. The sword's supposed to be like 2 feet tall or something like that. It's going to be wild. And the flight stands have unlocked, and that's really nice. I really like the flight stands. And by the way, the Ubitsu stands are pieces of shite. Okay? They are nasty stuff. Don't ever buy an Ubitsu. I was wrong to recommend Ubitsu. Ubitsu is trash. It's simply trash. All right? I have had more stands break in the past 3 months because they reached that magical year, because I bought these in 2001. And then apparently they just reached the magical moment where 2 years later, they all start snapping. Actually, 3 years later, they all start snapping. I touched I had Spinister on a nice little flight stand, and I bumped into him, and the flight stand just snapped. And, that really sucks. I put some money into these Ubitsu stands because I thought I'd have them forever. But no, they just keep snapping. So it's my recommendation to you, never, never, never buy an Ubitsu stand. That is trash. It's trash. Don't do it, okay? Spend your money on something better flight stand-wise. I haven't found a better flight stand, so I'll let you know when I do. I mean, other than the Hasbro one that you could get for your Transformers, that's a sublime flight stand. I just wish that it had better arms, like longer arms, so you could get up in higher poses and stuff. That's kind of annoying. It was their anti-gravity flight stand, but it works a lot better because it comes with two different pieces. I did an entire video on it. You need to watch it. It's a good one. Furthermore, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out in the future on from Hasbro. The Vamp is in the mail now. I should be getting the Vamp next week, so we're going to do a box opening for the G.I. Joe Classified Vamp. I know I'm excited. I hope you're excited, because I don't even know what the Vamp looks like. I never had a Vamp when I was younger, so I don't know what I'm going to get. This is exciting. I have no idea. Don't you tell me what a Vamp is. I want to find out for myself right here. The blind surfer Pete Gustin keeps doing these blind box openings. Like, I'm going to do a blind box opening on something I paid $100 for. What's in the box? I know it's a Jeep, but what type of Jeep? Some say it looks like a Warthog. I am very intrigued if it looked like the Halo Warthog or not. And that means that maybe the Halo Warthog was based on it. I don't know. But I'm really, really excited to find out. So next week, we're going to be doing a box opening here on this channel to open the Vamp. The moment it gets in the mail, I don't care what time of day. I don't even care if I made a video that day. I'm going to be making another video that day opening the Vamp for you because I am excited to have the Vamp in my hands. I'm excited to compare it to the Willys 1/12 scale Jeep. I'm excited to compare it to the His Tank. I am excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a wonderful thing. Also compare it to the Ram and the Coil, and of course the TIE Fighter. We always have to compare it to the Black Series TIE Fighter, right? Because the Black Series TIE Fighter is still the largest vehicle ever made that I own for 1/12 scale. It's larger than the His Tank. I mean, the His Tank could drive underneath the TIE Fighter. We showed that on the His Tank comparison video where I brought out all of my big stuff and compared it to the His Tank, and wanted to. So that's going to be exciting. Anybody who wants to see any of the big stuff again, you're going to get to see the rig, the crazy WWE rig crane thing that I actually like. That is really cool. I like the giant crane. That's really neat. It's the best part about that vehicle. And the ambulance, we're going to bring in the ambulance. We'll bring in the Corvette, where Darth Vader's driving Darth Sidious around. The I just looked off screen like I can see it. Oh man. It's wild the habits you pick up when you do have vision that you still keep whenever you don't have vision. I know it's up there to my right at the top of a shelf. I don't need to look at it, but for some reason, in order to remember the name of Darth Sidious, I looked up at it. Muscle memory, you know? What you gonna do about it? That's one of those things that makes people go, is he actually blind? Like, yeah, I got the scars to prove it. See them? Aren't they beautiful? Wonderful scars from where I wasn't wearing my safety hat, my leather fedora, and bumped into some stuff. Actually, I got one just recently by bending over to pet my cat and slamming my head on the countertop, and it cut me. And you ever slammed your head on the countertop trying to pet your cat? Yeah, it's a terrible way. Oh, that's just it was bad. I didn't even realize I'd hurt myself until I found the blood. I was like, oh my God, I hurt myself. My pain tolerance is insane. So I got the other day it was a couple of weeks ago. Last month, I slammed my foot into the vacuum cleaner in the garage because I hadn't put it back appropriately. I should have put it back in its exact spot it belonged. I knew better, but I still screwed up. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you're just lazy and you're like, I'll get to it later. Well, I did get to it later after I slammed my foot into it. And it wasn't about a week later, I was getting into bed, and I like the tight sheets. And then my toe was hurting. I'm like, what in the world's going on? Why are the tight sheet hurting my toes? So I pulled my foot out from the bed, and I massaged it a bit, and I played with the toe that was hurting and discovered, I think I broke a bone. It took me a week to realize that I'd actually broken my toe, and it's still healing up, but I didn't break it too badly, luckily. But yeah, that's just one of those things about pain tolerance. Sometimes your pain tolerance can get so high you don't even realize when you really hurt yourself. You're like, well, no, that's sore. I wonder what happened there. All right. So the future of things going on in this channel is we're going to finish up this Lego chunk here. We're going to move back over to upgrading some mill stuff on other Lego projects. We're going to be doing a lot of Lego projects this year in order to account for budgetary things. I know a lot of people right now around America and around the world are dealing with problems with budget, and I get you. I understand you. I'm experiencing the same thing. Ground beef is about the only meat I'm allowed. I can have right now because I can find it pretty cheap. But even that cheap ground beef, I do recommend, if you do buy the cheap ground beef, always strain the meat. After you're done cooking it, put it in a strainer like you would noodles. Trust me, it's going to make your meal taste a lot better, and it's going to get rid of a lot of that fat that you don't need, because that cheap ground beef has got a lot of fat in it. You want to get rid of that. Just a little tip and trick from me. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching today's video, a little update video on what's going on. I'll have a video talking about this cave chunk in the next few days when I finish it up. It's well in the process of getting finished. All the designs have been finalized, and it just needs to get built up again. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and please tune into my channel, blind_prime, where I raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired through alternative means and methods. And this is including, but not limited to, Lego and Transformers and G.I. Joe, as we've talked about today in today's video. I also do things like blind armor, where I discuss things that I believe blind people should wear to better protect themselves. And if any of you out there want to really help me out, share my video with Blind Surfer Pete Gustin. One of my Lego building videos, not this one, but I mean one of my Lego building videos, like the building Braille stuff. Send him that playlist of building Braille. Let's get more blind people interested in my channel, especially the popular blind people. Let's get them interested in this channel, and then maybe they'll talk about my channel on their channel, and then I'll get more people here on this channel discussing things that I like to do as a blind person. I mean, Pete has his own things he likes to do as a blind person, and that's cool. But, maybe not all the blind people like to do what he does. So here's me. Thanks again for watching. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.